What up, party people? Hey, it looks like I am going snowboarding, but I'm not. I live in Nebraska and it is frigid out there. So I typically don't take my coat off for the next couple of months. Yep, couple of months. And then I'll go back to flip flops and shorts. But until then, how the hell you doing? Hey, so I'm going to be working on my latest chatbot that I made. Specifically, I'm excited to show you my chatbot that I made because it helps my company 24-hour teas. One of the really, really cool things about AI development that's happening is it allows people like me who are builders at heart be able to create very cool shit just from my brain, and I don't have to actually hire a developer. I don't have to have the time of communicating with a developer. And frankly, I can just learn on my own as I go. I've been using AI dev tools a lot lately, and I've been building some really robust applications. I'm trying to build out some applications that I can not only use for myself, but maybe someday potentially resell it to other people that find it valuable as well. Here's one of the really cool apps that I built recently. And this app is a chatbot for 24-hour teas. And the reason it's cool is because it has a cool dashboard where you can see all sorts of shit. But I've kind of gone above and beyond in the sense of thinking through how I would want to use an app as a power user, as someone that wants more data, more knowledge so I can make better decisions with. And I'll show you a couple different things about how this app works and how it helps me. And I'm really just showing you this to see if there's anyone out there that thinks this is cool. And if you do, give me a comment. Let's do the thing. Let's, do the follow, do the subscribe stuff, right? Let's actually start a thing where I communicate, you listen, and you tell me how you feel. I like that a lot. Okay. This app is a chat bot, and yes, I could probably spend $50 a month and have a basic chat bot, but that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a chat bot that is very specific to a custom t-shirt printing company's business, right? I own 24-hour tees with my wife, and I head up most of the tech stuff with it. And I just know that there is something that I could build that would be perfect for my needs for t-shirt company. That was my goal. That was my mission to get started. This app is currently in about 80 hours. I spent about 80 hours building this thing so far, somewhere around there. And I'll continue to refine it and rebuild it as I go, but let me just show you around real quick. We have our dashboard here on the back end of the app itself. And inside the dashboard clearly has a whole bunch of charts and things like that. And when it comes to the dashboard, everything links somewhere else. I can click on this and it would take me to backlog items that need to be reviewed. Again, I built this app to be like a power user app. So some of this stuff most people wouldn't even want, and that's okay. You could make some of this stuff invisible. But for my cases, I like everything exactly the way it is. All right. If I go to the conversation and feedback and I go to chat history, the chat history is where we actually see real world chat conversations taking place. If there's an active chat right here, it shows up, and all my closed chats are here. And there are real chats from real people. There's a whole bunch of test stuff from me. We just made it live the other day, and now we're starting to refine the process. If I'm in this chat interface and I go to the 24-hour teas website and I click on the chat bot, I am presented with these options. So I have a general FAQ option, a pre-sales questions, rush and last minute orders, place a new order, event and fundraiser orders, learn about 24-hour teas, and subscribe and continue. We have track my order, which is a little teaser at what's going to be coming later, but I'm not there yet. Let's just start with something really simple, like learn about 24-hour teas. If I click on this, it's going to start a chat session. And you can see when it started, it said, "Hi, Chase." And that information is now right here. As a chat starts to go, you'll see this count will change. And because I'm an admin user, my chat is considered a test chat. There it is. All right. I'm a virtual assistant. Just a heads up, today's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Our shop is closed. There we go. Now I can say, thanks for letting me know. Also, I just want to know what you do for your customers. The chatbot time, and you can see again, it's updating right here. The chatbot time is something I track as well. I track the response from when I, as a user, submit something and then it sends the prompt off to AI and then comes back, populates, and types it out. So I test that time too because I'm going to try and start optimizing some of the speed turnaround times. But here's it's cool. So you got to chase. So use my first name. It understood that. Okay, I can definitely tell you more about what we do for our awesome customers. We specialize making custom apparel fun. Great. It does all that. It says we do custom screen printing and embroidery, turnaround time, quality, you can count, serving all kinds of crews. Okay, that's cool. And all of this stuff here is coming from my knowledge base. And my knowledge base is little chunks of knowledge that are extracted automatically from my website and then also extracted automatically from like PDFs that I upload. If I go to this message here and I say, okay, I liked everything about this message, but I didn't like that it said embroidery because the reality is we don't do much embroidery. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit the thumbs down. It's going to say, what's wrong with the response? We don't do embroidery. Before I submit that feedback, I want to show you something. Not only is it logging the messages, but if I go here and I go to user feedback, you can see there's 2 items that I need to do something with. And then backlog items, there's 8. So I can show you about backlog and user feedback stuff later, but just 2 and 8. That's all you need to know. Now I go over here and I say, we don't do embroidery, and I submit the feedback. It says feedback received, and then it gave us a little confirmation that it saw the feedback, and that updated the user feedback count to 3, and then I have 5 messages. If I go to the feedback review, I'm going to go here and I'm going to say, oh, we don't do embroidery. True. I'm going to click on that. It's going to show me that's what I said as the user. This is what the AI prompt said. And it came from a goal that we have, which is learn about 24-hour teas. I'll show you how goals relate in a minute. Now I can go to improve knowledge, and improve knowledge popped up here with the snippet that gave the company information to the AI. What I want to do is I want to click on this snippet. I don't see anywhere related to embroidery in this relevant knowledge sources. And it doesn't say anything about embroidery here. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to cancel this real quick. I'm going to click done for now. It's going to hang out still in the feedback review. And I'm going to go to my goals and I'm going to look at this one specific goal, which was learn more. Oh, I guess I could utilize search functionality that I built into it. Okay, here's learn about 24-hour teas. Here we're going to look, I'm going to Command F embroidery. Here it is. Here's the issue. The knowledge for the AI can come from 2 places. It can come from goals and it can come from the knowledge snippets that are connected to the goals. This is my logic anyway. So I'm going to get rid of and embroidery. I'm just going to say custom screen printing. I'm going to Command F for embroidery, hit enter again. I don't see anything on the page. So getting rid of that, it will no longer respond that way. Now I need to save my changes. I should probably have a save button directly on the goal itself so I don't have to scroll all the way back to the top. That's something I'll consider. Okay, I saved my changes. The goal is linking to these knowledge categories, and it has a couple direct action links it can include. And the action links are here you go, the 24-hour teas about page. All right. Now I'm going to go back, get out of this. I just saved my goal. And I'm going to go back to the chat history so I can see this current chat that we're in. So if you saw what just happened there, we got a little pop-up. And this little pop-up said, "Are you still there? Just checking in. If we don't hear back in a couple more minutes, I'll end this chat to free up resources. But don't worry, you can always pick up where we left off." This is a automated inactivity warning that I built to have pop up every 3 or after it's been inactive for 3 minutes. And one cool little Easter egg I made that I put in for development reasons so I could test, but it's just kind of fun that it's there. If you hover over the 24-hour teas logo in the chat, it'll tell you how many minutes until inactive. What's going to happen is when it hits 1 minute until inactive, it's going to send another actually, no, it waits till 30 seconds. 30 seconds, it's going to send another message. And that other message is going to say, "Hey, 30 seconds until we close, like final note." And then once that 30 seconds passes, then it ends the chat and actually marks the ticket as closed. That would be a close due to inactivity. You can see I'm just going to hang out. We can just see this happen. So we have 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. All right, there's our next one, right? The next one is in place. One of the cool things about this inactivity message system is you saw there was a button here. And then as soon as a secondary button message came in with its own button, I auto removed that button. I basically want to make it feel like it's progressive and we only need one button. If I clicked "I'm still here," it would get rid of these messages and it would allow me to stay without these inactivity. It would restart my countdown timer. We have, look at this, inactivity since this date and time. And this chat is now closed. And if you look over here, this chat is now closed. And it's a really, really sweet system. And also feedback here. I have the feedback item that was directly linked to it. And this feedback item is the thing that I actually need to do something with, right? Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, here is the feedback item. It says that it was this message. They got the down arrow. I got to deal with this feedback item. I'm going to deal with this. Since I don't need to update knowledge, I don't need to improve knowledge because the area the information came from was actually from the goal category, then I can just literally move this one to the trash. And I can move it to the trash. It's going to give me a little warning. It's going to put it over here, and then it purges after 72 hours. Now I'll go back to chat. Okay, I'm going to click on this chat that I had with Chase, and we're going to see a couple cool things. Over here on the left, we have quick facts, and this quick facts is really fascinating because this is the core thing that I built this for was for my t-shirt company, and the entire thing is built around that one concept. It is designed as a placeholder to be able to extract information from the chat. And when there's information in the chat that overwrites the information already stored in the contact card for Chase, then it basically gives the user the option to choose one. And that one becomes the winner in the variables over for the contact card. If I wanted to see this contact card that it's actually linking to, I could go here to view contact profile, and it shows me this is the user. And this user is associated with NestSpace. This user is associated with business integrations. This user is associated with 24-hour teas, all that stuff. And so it's cool because, also, this user has 20 mock orders from all my tests. So every time someone chats about a t-shirt order, it automatically creates a mock order. And the idea here is once we get a mock order generated, we'll be able to click one button and have it be added to our order system via API. And that'll be really, really sweet. And then we're going to create a sync between our order system and this to have this order update in the same time as our order system. And the advantage of that is anytime a user comes back here and they want to chat about an existing order that's going on, as soon as we print an order at 24-hour teas and we mark it ready for fulfillment, it'll update the status here, ready for fulfillment. And then the customer can have a chat and say, how's my order coming? And it can say, it just moved to ready for fulfillment 5 minutes ago, right? Like something cool like that, real time. That's the idea. That's neat. I can go directly from chat history to contact to orders to chat history again and just kind of keep that loop going. Just, I love it when things cross link like that. It makes life really efficient for me. Okay. What I wanted to show you is we got this stuff over here on the side. We have the entire chat that happened, and we have this. This is a goal path. And the goal path is the specific goal that I'm ultimately logging. I don't know if goal is the right word. I'm thinking about changing the name to target, but it's a specific thing that a customer can aim at, right? They can learn more about 24-hour teas. So it could be any one of those quick start options, or they could happen upon a goal just by how they're talking in a conversation. They could say something like, man, I'm interested in placing an order. Place an order is a target or a goal. And that would then be identified through a system that I've built to use a combination of keywords and AI intention detection to help me identify what goal the user should be on. Based on what goal the user is on, they have access to certain snippet knowledge, certain information, certain knowledge categories. And then they also have information to certain variable groups. And those variable groups are the grouping of variables that some should be required when we're reaching a certain goal and some should be optional. As an example, if the goal is talk to a human, then we need to require all of the core contact information. We need to know the first name, last name, cell phone, and email. And once we have that information, then we can trigger the goal, which is it's ultimately a webhook, and it sends that information through a webhook and gets caught by make.com, and then make.com processes it and posts a Slack message for our team to see. So that is an example. I have a whole webhook engine in here that allows every single goal to have its own webhook endpoint, and then also other things that happen in the app have webhook connections. All right, let's see. We got this learn about 24-hour teas goal. Current status is closed. I'm gonna get back into this chat and get it started. So I'm gonna say, I'm back, bitch. Okay, here we go. I'm back, bitch. And now we got the chatbot is typing, and I need to add an element here to see the live chatbot typing, because I have the element for live human typing so that we can add a customer service component to be able to allow a human to jump in to a chat at a later point. So there we go. Chase, spicy return. I like it. I'm here and ready to pick things up wherever you are. Okay, cool. Let's talk about getting an order placed. And I don't know if you noticed, as I'm typing, it shows up here on the left-hand side. And I said that, and then I forgot to have you look. Sorry. All right, it asked me some questions. I'll need a few details. Could you tell me what type of apparel are you looking for? T-shirts, hoodies, tank tops. Okay. I'm looking, see my typing on the left? I need to have it auto advance down. Oops. I'm looking for 40 t-shirts with my logo on the left chest on the front and a full back print about 12 inches wide. Can you do that? what's cool is now it's processing and it's thinking and it's doing all the things. And it will soon run an extraction script. And this extraction script is going to take the information that I put and it's going to put it over here into the sidebar. And the extraction script, I need to check on timing because from my perspective, it should have ran automatically, but also maybe this isn't set up for real-time updates yet, the quick facts, which is something I need to look into. But for right now, I can do this. I can re-extract details from conversation. This is a button I have manually in place. So if I think it did miss something, then I do that and then it auto populates the information. Here's what's really cool about it is it gave me all my quick facts information and it said 40 total items. We got the t-shirts, we got the left chest, full back print locations. And then as I add more details, it continues to just extract and fill into the right spots. Let's see. Do you have a quick enhanced date? Enhanced date. I'd like them by 1 21 26, but could do it later if needed. What are the pros and cons to both? Okay. Interesting. Do you see this up here, this goal? It identified me as a frustrated customer because I said I'm back, bitch. That's interesting. I need to look into that and see because clearly the response wasn't angry. So I need to look into that and see what's up. Also, my goal is here in line from the entry point, and it should also be down here. I'm wondering if I don't have goal loads set up for real time where it requires a query. So let me close out of this and click on this again. Yeah, so that is the case. Here, I'll need to set up real-time goals so that I can see it right away. But this is interesting. Frustrated customer, it said if I wanted to actually test this phrase to refine my knowledge in my system, I built a system where I can click to test this and it takes me back to my goal configuration. And the idea is if I want to test the exact phrase I tested or I typed in to get that other one, I should be able to click it here and have the frustrated customer pop up. Frustrated customer did pop up, but it popped up with a 29% chance. What we have is a really interesting system. I was trying to solve some problems and we can't purely rely on just keywords, but we can't purely rely on AI either to determine what goals should be what. So we have a primary system that's set up for keywords, and if the keywords have a probability match based on the context of the conversation of over 60%, then I think maybe it's over 50% now. It automatically aligns itself with a goal. But if the keyword doesn't have that high of a match and it's not sure what to goal to, then we go back to AI, and AI, we ask it, do you think we should switch goals right now? Or do you think that we should stay on the current goal we're at? And we let it decide where we should go. And in this case, it decided wrong. In this case, it thought I was a frustrated customer, but it wasn't. I'm going to have to refine that knowledge so that it doesn't bring up frustrated customer in the future. Let's go back to that chat. This said what? This said, ooh, gave a lot. All right. Today's Martin Luther King Day. Got it. Got it. You said that a couple times. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's interesting. The "Are you still there?" auto advanced me down to the bottom, which probably makes the most sense, but it was kind of annoying when I was reading it. I'm going to click "I'm still here." It's reset the timer. That timer message should not say reset the timer because that's pretty silly. So here we go. Let's break that down timeline wise. Here's the scoop of your requested enhanced date of Wednesday, January 21st. Pros for aiming. You'd get your shirts super fast. Cons, hitting a Wednesday, January 21st is not possible. Yes, it is. Open today, a super rush, noon today. I'm trying to figure out if its logic is right. Huh. Deliver on Sundays. What's that mean? Okay. If we process a super rush order placed tomorrow, these 40 shirts with left chest could be ready for pickup or shipped out by the end of day tomorrow. It kind of like confused itself. It confused itself where it said I can't do it, and then it said, well, I can, and here's the result. I'm gonna have to modify some AI prompts a little bit. I'm gonna downrate this and say the prompt needs modified because it said it couldn't do it, and then it said it could. Confusing. Submit the feedback. Okay. And then what are your thoughts? Would the end of January 20th or delivery sound? Yeah. Okay. To avoid rush fees, we can move with a standard order. Okay. I'm going to say, let's move ahead with the standard, most affordable order. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Where are we currently at? We are at the get a quick quote stage. So you can see the chat bot itself, the interface has a typing flow, and the over here it doesn't. It doesn't have a typing animation. So I'm gonna kind of like mix that together just so it's visually more attractive. What color t-shirt are you looking for? Black t-shirt. Bella canvas brand. And I need 10 smalls, 10 medium, 10 large, 10 XL, small, medium, large, XL. And then I need 2X. 10, 2XL. Spelled medium wrong. Let me fix that. And then I'm going to say, let's go. Yeah, I need to get this up to update to real time variable updates as the extraction happens, but I'll manually extract again. Okay, so it has 40 items, which is accurate because that's what I set up here somewhere. There it is, 40 t-shirts. But the count is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So the count is 50. It tracked Bella Canvas, tracked the fabric color, the in-hands date, right? All that stuff. So I'm going to go over here and say, you're right. Let's remove the 10 smalls. I don't actually know how this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to update the variable because it's designed to find information, find patterns, and extract. I don't think it's designed to remove things that are variables. So let's try. See what happens when I refresh. See if it gets rid of the small count or if it keeps it as is. Sweet. He got rid of it. It literally put small to 0. So that's wonderful. It's exactly what I want. Boom. 80 some hours. It's such a beautiful fucking project. Okay. Next. What are we looking at? So I got the 40 thing, I got all that. So now I say, great, let's place an order. Well, I told it to do this. We basically set up anytime there's a conflict on variables, you need to confirm. So it already technically confirmed, but this is a second thing. This is a second confirmation, which I'd never really contemplated. Okay. So it said just confirming it's now 0 smalls, correct? I love that. I love that it's confirming. Correct. 0 smalls, 40 total items. Item style, you mentioned Bella Canvas. Are we just sticking to the Bella Canvas t-shirt style? Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Yes. Bella Canvas 3001 CVC. Okay. And then it said print locations. You mentioned front left chest, full back, also left chest and full back. Interesting. My variables are saving it as front print location, left chest, back print location, full back, where before it had under print locations, it had front left chest and back. So that's interesting. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to teach it to extract those areas more consistently like this, because this is what we want. Okay. And then the thing I need to finish. Yes. Left chest on the front and full back on the back. Thanks for confirming. So now one thing I want to show you is whenever I have a bug or a feature that I've already talked about like 3 or 4 things that I need to change. I built a system for that. So when I'm on the backend admin interface, I can go over here on the left-hand side and I can click here to suggest a bug or a feature. And I made I have some margin issue right here or padding issue or something. But I made a 160 character description of what the issue actually is that would allow me to do something like, what was the issue? I need to investigate. Oh, here's something I did too, which is great. I made this have several options, and one of the options it has is copy conversation ID. Then I can grab that conversation ID over here and I can use it in the description itself. I can say something like, let's see. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm going to use Whisper. If you don't know Whisper Flow, it allows me to speak and then it auto turns it into text. Let's try it. Testing. Okay, cool. Let's just talk it in. Let's see. When I was communicating with the AI chatbot in the following conversation ID, that's what I copied. I had an issue where it seems like our AI extraction system might not be doing immediate extractions upon having a user input data. Also, it might not be doing real-time variable updates in the customer conversation modal. So I would like to have at minimum, the variables update in real time so that I can see when the extraction system is actually triggering. There's all my stuff that I said. And then my AI system, after it's over 160 characters, it sends the use case, the description to AI, well, one of my models, and then it autofills a title. It autofills in the type. In this case, it's a feature request, and it autofills in the category. And then if I had a screenshot, I would associate it. I don't. So I'm just going to hit, and I don't have another one. So I'm not going to hit another. I'm just going to hit submit. When I hit submit, it adds this backlog item to the suggested category. And the suggested category, so it's submitted successfully. I can go view it. I jump to backlog items. I go right to that item. There it is. I can add images now. I see an activity log of what actually happened. We had priorities that were established and set by AI. I can kind of see what thing I might want to work on next. I have the option to move this to the next version, which means I'm only going to work on it in the next major release because sometimes some of the features are too big. Or I can move it to in progress if I'm currently working on it with AI dev stuff, or needs reviewed, which is after it's been AI dev, it jumps to needs reviewed. And then after it's reviewed and it's marked as the features implemented correctly, it goes to completed. If it doesn't, if it's not completed correctly, from needs review, there's an option to send it back, and you can send it back to um, in progress again with a note, which that note appends the comment section, the activity log section, so that the developer and the AI dev know the context of why it got sent back. Crazy, man. This is a cool ass system. All right. I don't need this right now. It's there. It's in suggested right here. And I have a bunch of other things in suggested too. But I'm going to go back to my chat history and I'm going to go back to this chat, and you could see the priority level is high for this user because of so many messages that have been sent. And let me open up Slack real quick. I want to show you something. We have an AI chatbot on our 24-hour teas Slack over here. And this AI chatbot sent this message. We got a new quote request from Chase, and it's true. The look at this. This is the summary from the quote request. Chase just re-engaged with a rather spirited "I'm back, bitch" after the chat closed to inactivity, indicating they're in a hurry to move forward and maybe a little frustrated that the chat timed out. Interesting. They're now ready to place an order. After previously asking about the company's services, the team would be aware of the holiday closure and confirm if embroidery is actually offered. Okay. Now, if I wanted to go to this message, I could click here, and this would take me right to that message so I can get all the order details and I could contact Chase. Here's the actual quote information. This quote information came through from the variables once the quote was triggered, the get a quote goal. And you can see over here, get a quote was triggered. And then so it sent a webhook with all this info. And it said 40 black, 3001 CVCs. It has the size breakdown, left chest, full back print, needs it by this date. And then it has the contact info for Chase. We would just reach out and say, yo, let's do the thing. Let's make an order. This is a real thing that is fully functional and works really good, as you can see. So that's neat. What else? What else we got? You can go inactive again. It's fine with me. Okay, that's the core functionality of this chatbot, which is to honestly, I'm just really impressed. I'm really impressed that it all works so well together. I'm really impressed that I could do this all myself with writing no code, just having lots and lots of patience, good planning, and then understanding how to communicate with it, because that's the hardest part. Like once you understand how to communicate, then it becomes a breeze. How did I get to the place where I could understand how to communicate with AI development without actually being a developer myself? I use no code solutions. So I would use Airtable and I would use make.com. I started off with Zapier, and then I would use all these other cloud-based pieces of software and have them all connect. And then that evolved to me just building out AI dev small projects. And I sucked at communicating. I sucked at planning. And after dozens of projects that most of them didn't work, I finally got good at it. And the tools also improved. The tools that I'm using today, they have really great models. I think Claude is the main model for the AI dev stuff. And it's just great, man. I love it. I love it so much. I am going to be talking more about this app. If you guys want to learn more about it, you like what's going on, and you want to get in the nitty gritty, take a look at the sidebar here, and you can see all of the individual pieces of knowledge I have within this app. If you want me to talk about something specific, please holla and let me know, and then I'll jump in and make another video like this. But man, it's really cool to be able to create your own solutions and build it exactly to your needs. And then hopefully someday I can help someone else. I can have them actually utilize this solution and me just integrate it for them. Me just plug it in place. I would love that. That'd be a wonderful thing for all of us. Okay, awesome. Oh, before I go, last thing. The idea with this chatbot is not just to have a chatbot, but it's eventually going to become a CRM. It's going to become a customer communication tool to replace some of our other apps that we have, and it's going to become a marketing tool. Those are the core things, but just so you're aware, when you have AI working on your behalf and it's thinking like you want it to think, and it foundationally understands your business and can respond to customers, then it's not just limited to chat conversations. It is able to respond to text messages, it's able to respond to emails, all of that stuff. We have not put any of that in place. We still are doing it the human way, except for automations when certain orders hit certain spots. But it's just really exciting how we can have that become the bridge. We can have this app I've built, this can become the knowledge, the brain for all customer related communication. The huge benefit of that, it allows our actual staff to focus on the stuff they love to do. And they actually can end up getting paid more if we're more efficient. If we can get this thing to be streamlined, that is exactly what I want to have happen. I want to provide true 24/7 support for 24-hour teas because it's only fitting. I want to have chat be able to enact actions where it can send you a text message with certain information like a tracking number per your request. I want it to be a true intelligent interface that is almost better than working with a human because it's faster and it's funny and it has SaaS mode. Yes, it has SaaS mode. I've enabled SaaS mode. If you get raunchy or mean with the chatbot, it will be sassy back and then it'll give you some warnings and then it'll block your conversation. It's nuts, man. All the crazy shit we can do. Really, really, really excited for it. I hope you like this and I hope you continue to build stuff yourself as well. Thanks so much. Take care.